What's up guys? I'm making a video to try to show you some of the tricks I use for making the scout to turn in a little bit easier. The first thing you should understand is that if you are not here like 20 minutes before the scout pops, you won't get a lot of chances to make the turn in, because you need to be in a very exact lock for making it possible at least. Well, here is the scout position, right over the tunnel, which is there down. There you have the tunnel point. So once you get here, the point you must reach is here. Okay, so let's go there. Once you reach that point, let's turn around. Okay, you have this tree here, which is on the northeast, will make a reference for us. Another very important point is that line here, this one. That line is the south axis, so on the opposite side you have the north, and if you reach that point here, this one, this is the west. So if you can make a perfect side position of your camera, you can make your locks move exactly with only affecting one of the axes, which is very important to get a very accurate lock position. So let's work on that. For making this possible, I use my interface references so I can get that. For example, I use the right side of the number 4 bar over here to making the second lock is locked. You see, 9956. So if I strafe right now, I have the same lock always. This won't move, never. So if now I move forward or backward, I will only move this, not affecting the first one lock. You see that? Okay, let's talk about the number I use. For the lock position, I will show you a picture. I will find that now. Okay. This is a picture I took on one scout after the turn in. I always try to get a 4, let's make a zoom. I always try to make a 4704.9 and the second number between 4 and 7 as max. So 4704 with 94 to 97 on the first lock. On the second one I always get 3900 always, with a number between the 4 and the 7 on the right one, the second one. So now you have this info. You come back to here and we work on the lock. Right now it's very easy because you only have to strafe left or right and move forward or backward, because the locks are exact north and all the 4 directions. So let's go on the first axis before. For getting the lock you must click a sneak and the duck, so you move slower. Let's go for the 4704 here. Slowly. Okay, 509, 76. Now I need more, a little bit to the right now. 26 now. 98 now. 78, a little bit more. 77. This is a little tricky thing, and because for that reason you need some time before the pop to be here, because this is never exactly. 77, no. 87, no, it's closer, but no. 99, no, I need like 2 less here, at least. Close. 89, no. 85, 85, 88, 91, close, but not enough. Okay, 97, that number is good enough. So, the first lock, which I make with a strafe right or left, is good. Now I need to move forward or backward to trick the second lock. I need to make just a little bit more. That will be easy. 91, 02. Okay, that could be, well, let's make 12, 0, 04. Okay, that number is good. Right now I have the lock I use for win the turn-ins. The next part is where do I look. I always look the same point. You don't see it, but my target is here. I will show it, because when I turn in I make the number to 100 on the opacity, and now I put, you see that leaves here, okay, so I put the right side of the target to be here, okay, and now when the time gets closer I open my inventory, I take the tools, I close everything, and I put my cursor exactly here. Okay, if for example right now I would open a trade window with an NPC, the OK button would be exactly here where the cursor is right now. So when the time gets closer you start to click like mad, but I don't like to click with the mouse, this is not very accurate, so I use the help of my Logitech G13 keyboard. This is the key spec I use normally for gaming, for playing, but for the turn-in I use this one. I use 3 fingers of left hand here, 3 fingers of right hand here, and I click all these 6 buttons fast. 4 of the buttons, as you see, are left click, 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 and this one, click. And there are 2 buttons on each hand which make the target closest NPC. So when the times come, you put your tools here and you start to hit all of the buttons or your left mouse click, and you always try to also click on the middle, the target closest NPC button. I also recommend you don't have to watch to the screen while you make that, because you are not going to move anything here. You only have to stop if you see at any moment the scout here and you don't get the XP message or sound, or you have to stop when you hear that sound. So the only thing you should be watching is a clock with the seconds, so you get a perfect time for the next round of scout. Normally it takes 10 hours and 6 seconds for every next repop. So that helps, because if you spend like 2 minutes clicking, you are going to get tired on the fingers and you will lose some focus on this. Okay, well, another useful tricks you can make here. That position I showed you is very good, but if you have more people here, I recommend to make cross positions, so everyone stands on that lock, but each one looks to a different position. For example, I look northeast, well, fail. I'm looking northeast and around 45 degree up, not full up, not straight, not full down. Okay, the second person here should be looking opposite side, like here, and opposite direction, so if I look up, the other one looks down. The place where you look doesn't really matter, because you are in this lock, you are into the middle of the scout body, so every place you click, she will be on the target. But the problem comes when there is a lot of people here, because many times it can happen that even with a perfect lock, with a good ping, and with all of the things together, you won't be even able to click the scouts on the NPC. So for that reason, it's very important to have the most people here as possible, because maybe you cannot get it, but the one who is looking here or here or here makes it. Well, that is the turn in people job, but there is another important thing you can make. Once the people who is going to turn in have the position, it can help a lot to have an ogre here who is camped on the lock. So he locks in, he appears over all you, and then he sits. Making that, we actually I haven't never did this because we don't have the people, but Anonymous do it every day. Once that person locks on, no one who comes after him will be able to get a good lock for the turn in. So if you really want to win, that helps really. Okay, let me think about more tricks. As you see, I have a ping which is normally at home of 130, 140. Most of the people who wins the turn-ins has 60, 70, some of them have even 50 or lower. The ping is very important, but the most important part is the strategy. Without all this, you can't win, even with 50 ping. You won't. Okay? Well, I don't have written a text for this video. I'm just talking about of the things I do for helping, but I think that's everything. I think I'm not missing more info. Oh yeah, I remembered one thing. Okay. I have told you that I use a log of 4704 with 9047 here and 3900 here. Okay, if right now I sit and I camp, when I come back I won't have this log, because when you camp your character moves to an exact log position. So if I camp right now, my new log will be negative 4704.00 and negative 3900.00. The logs always move round to 0 on the number they are right now. If you want to camp a character here, you should make that number a 5, because 4705 is closer to the real log, which is 94 to 7, than 4704. Okay, so remember that in mind. If you want to camp a character here for logging later, for the turn in, camp in a 4705 log on the first number, never a 4704. Because if you log later and there is an ogre sitting, you will be even moved more away, and well, you will have less options to win that turn in. And okay, I think that's all what I could make for helping you with some tricks. So well, I hope you have look on the next turn-ins. Let's see. Okay, goodbye friends.